Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have with us two of the early members of the music ministry, and we are so grateful that they accepted our invitation to be interviewed. Let us all welcome Kuya Raffy and Ate Jeanette. Good evening po.
Good evening, everyone. Happy day.
Happy day from Guam.
All right, we are going to ask Kuya Raffy and Ate Jeanette 4 questions, and hopefully they will be able to answer them.
Good luck.
How did you get to become part of the music ministry?
That was 1990, 92 or 1993, maybe. Si Don approached me. Sabi niya, kailangan nila ng keyboard. Si original sa keyboardist sa ministry. Sabi niya. And then, eventually, when I said, yes, I do have a keyboard, then eventually, the next question is kung pwede akong sumama na bilang keyboardist, right? And my invitation for the Life in the Spirit seminar, so that will be on batch number 2, I think. 3? Nalipatak mo na. Yeah. So I happen to be a participant, right? And also part of the music ministry already. So that's when I came in. It was him and si Mike that invited me to join. Ni Bakat, I don't know how.
Ako po, LSF3 din. So, si May po, May Fronda, she was the one who invited me. Weekend po yun. Tinanong po niya kami, if you're doing nothing, come join. And we did. And that's the story. How it started.
You started with Soul CC by joining the LSS batch 3, plus 3. How about sa music ministry po? Did you audition under Kuya Raffy? Gano'n ba?
Nag-audition po ako kasi magpo-perform sila, parang performance, guest performance sa Life in the Spirit, Soul CC sa Manila. And they wanted to invite others to join. So nag-audition ako. Unfortunately, hindi ako pumasa. They didn't like my voice. Alto daw ako ang kailangan nila sa practice.
But eventually, you became part of the music ministry po. How did it happen that you became part of the music ministry eventually po?
Nung wala nang audition, I forced myself the ministry. No choice na si.
Yeah.
What were your memorable experiences in the community or in the music ministry?
Sa amin po, shinare ni Jay to nung birthday ng YSL. Masyadong malakas yung manifestation ng Holy Spirit sa batch namin yung spirits, yung gifts of the Spirit. It was so pronounced and so profound that until now, it's still like bugging me. We're so blessed to have experienced that.
That time, ang daming mga outreach program. But during our time, maraming mga sleepover, looking forward to that. Maraming outing. Yeah, those are pretty memorable.
Did you do caroling activities?
Ayan, pinaalala mo, yes, we did. Usually among Soul CC members as well. Yeah, masaya yun. Maraming kainan.
And concerts, I think you did concerts also during that time when you were still with the music ministry.
Sa school, I could only remember a couple of shows. Pero meron din yata when we participated on one event sa St. Vincent. Liforsa.
There is a saying that once an MM, always an MM. Once you're a music minister, you are always a music minister. I understand that you are now based overseas, particularly there in Guam. Are you still involved in activities where you exercise your being music ministers?
We both serve sa simbahan. As music ministers, I'm instrumentalist. I sing. I sing too, and Jeanette sings, and I play. So we have our own set of schedule mass, and we usually sing Saturday evening, then 11 on Sunday, then 7 p.m. Sunday. Technically 3 masses in a week. And nabawasan yan because of the pandemic, no? Naging once a week. Pero effective today Sunday, balik ulit kami sa 7 p.m. That's why we'll have another service after.
How do you go about the services po dyan sa Guam, especially now that there's a pandemic? Like here in the Philippines, religious gatherings are limited to a few participants. How about there in Guam po?
Actually, yung capacity of the church has been reduced to probably
1/3.
Yeah, 1/3. The mass is actually on Facebook Live as well. So they can stay in their cars if they wanted it. Then during communion, they just need to drive out and they can receive the Holy Communion.
They can watch the mass inside their cars, and when it's Holy Communion, they can go in the church for the Holy
They
Communion.
drive up. They will drive up.
Through Holy Communion.
Drive
We did the
through.
drive-through, yeah. But right now they
Wow.
can walk actually.
Do you also practice social distancing when inside the church?
We do actually. On the choir section side, we could usually fit like 10 or 9 at one time. You've seen us sing, so it's pretty close. But right now we're limited to probably 3 singers. 3 or 4 the most, yeah.
Oh.
And then sa pews, you can only sit 3. And then you can only occupy parang every other pew.
Do you also write songs for the church?
I've not written in a while, yeah. But I do have a set mass. Like, I believe Melissa knows, right? Because every time that I go there, I go home, I usually have a set to do to have been authorized because I need to do this licensing, right? So I've done that. I guess I have like 7 masses. So
Wow. 7
But for-
settings
yeah.
per mass.
yeah, 7 settings of all. Yeah, all in all. Then probably I have like 3 other songs that some of my friends know because we sing this for like festal mass. But lately, no, I have not written anything.
How are you guys coping with the pandemic, especially that you are frontliners?
It's very stressful, Oscar. But we're very thankful, Guam. It's not as bad. So our numbers are very good. We've opened up most of the businesses. Maybe like 80-90% are open already. But of course, with the social distancing, and the masks and everything. But we're very thankful that it's not as bad.
Was there a time that you were placed on complete lockdown?
When? During the first, I'd say 6 weeks. Pero kami, we were working kasi syempre nga frontline. Lalo na siya, sometimes he'd go to work like early hours of the morning just to finish up on the COVID testing stuff. So it's really difficult for us also.
Could you give our old and new members a message of hope and encouragement, especially during this time of pandemic?
Just keep going, everyone. The Lord is not, hindi siya blind. He's always here with us. His love is there. And He cries, every time He sees what we're going through. So hang in there. There is hope.
Sabi ko nga sa mga katrabaho ko when they face something difficult, they always know me for saying this all the time. Sabi ko sa kanila, pasasaan ba't matatapos din ang lahat ng ito? So, yeah. Let's be hopeful and follow guidelines and protocols,
Was there anyone in the community who impacted your life?
Si Tita Malu, she's been very, very helpful, lalo na kay Raf. Spiritually, I think also to Raf. Si Father Mario, sobrang
wanite. Yeah.
Like he's been very, very helpful.
I have with me here a copy of the album that you made with Kuya Don and Kuya Mike, entitled Coming Back to the Roots. And your group with Kuya Don and Kuya Mike is called First Peter. What inspired you to write this album po?
Even before I left Baguio, the three of us already had been talking of compiling songs, either songs that we've been singing all the time until we decided to write our own songs. The concept is actually for the three of us to write, put ideas all together as we write, the three of us combined. But with the distance and all that stuff, mukhang mahirap gawin. So we decided to, sige, kanya-kanya na lang, and then we sing our own songs and put it all up, and eto na yun. Yeah, so nakailang uwi rin ako actually to finish this one because of the arrangement, the way that we record, then we play, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Very memorable kasi may backup singers na magagaling.
Ayun!
Kasama pa dito yung our dearest member, si Maymay, before she passed away. So she's also part of this album.
There are 13 songs in this album. Which of the songs here were written by you po?
Okay, mine is Greater Than We Can Imagine, Lead Me Home, I Will Rejoice, I forgot that, I Will Rejoice is number 1, and Till the End. So, I have 4.
Kuya, this album, is it still available?
It's still available, yeah. I still have a couple of copies, actually. But I don't know with Don and Mike if they still have some. Yeah.
Could you share some of your copies with our community members po?
Sure, yeah.
For the first 10 to comment, all for the love of the Lord will get free CD, Coming Back to the Roots, 1 each.
Yeah, thank you po. Thank you so much. So first 10 who will comment all for the love of the Lord will receive a copy of the album of Kuya Raffy, Kuya Don, and Kuya Mike. So comment away.
Bilisan nyo. Sige na.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you. That wraps up our interview with Kuya Raffy and Ate Jing. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and hopefully you could join us again next time. Thank you so much po.
You're welcome. All right, take care.